Hello and welcome, Reds, and any Spanish fans and or Portuguese fans. How are we? Welcome to obviously the watch along of Portugal versus Spain. Live commentary, of course. The previous Euro winners. Spain will be looking to go Euros to now a World Cup champions in the space of the last couple of seasons. Anyway, this is. And it will be probably the clash of the last 16. The quality on show for both sides is absolutely amazing, really. And chat, do apologise for a slight delay in the start today, everyone. But I want to say a massive thank you, everyone, to everyone that's tuned in. Even if you watched the videos over the last couple of weeks for like maybe even a minute, 20 seconds or whatever. If you clicked on the video, massive thank you as well. And you have sticked around and welcome to all the new subscribers. I know we are a Liverpool channel. There'll be plenty of Liverpool content galore as well, especially when there's no World Cup football left anyway. A lot has happened. We'll have a show tomorrow, chat, all on the latest. Liverpool have signed, I think it's an academy player as well. Obviously, Liverpool's goalkeeping coach. I think chat you've just already alluded to. Nice one there, Bonkers. Expected Javi Vallejo, our goalkeeping head coach, is stepping down after 12 months to go home to Spain as well. So yeah, Bunkers, nice one for that, mate. Much appreciated. There'll be a lot of change, of course, with the incoming manager of, well, Andoni's already in the door, isn't he? He's assessing the squad. He's assessing the coaches as well. There will be a lot of change. Obviously, the two lads that will be following him from Bournemouth know what he's all about as well. So yeah, chat. Excited for this game. I'm hoping it's going to be fitting for the billing of obviously Portugal versus Spain. Anyway, two teams with rich history in European football as well. Teams, obviously Portuguese league, Spanish La Liga as well, and just Spanish players and Portuguese players in general as well. It was only last week we were speaking about Eusebio and his impact on football, of course, Cristiano Ronaldo, and yeah, and if you've been living under a rock, the nonsense that's been going on with Balogun of USA anyway, just it's crazy world. And fair play, UEFA have actually come out and just said how much of an absolute joke it is, really. So at least we've got a bit of the UEFA side of things anyway. So that was good that they actually come out and at least they've seen a bit of sense rather than the independent commission of decision making at FIFA. It's like, come on, lads, yeah, okay. So chat, how are we? Do drop a like on the video if you haven't already done so. Spain go with the Portuguese team. Obviously, Costa, João Cancelo, Diaz, Gabriel Veiga, Mendes, Neves, Vitinha, Neto, Bruno Fernandes, João Felix, and Ronaldo as well. Cristiano Ronaldo. And for Spain this afternoon as well, you got Simon, you got Porro, you got Cabasi, you got Laporte, Cucurella, who's just recently moved to Real Madrid as well. Pedri, Rodri, you got a certain player called Yamal. Not too bad of a footballer he is he? Obviously, Dani Olmo, Baena, and Oyarzabal. Anyway, obviously, it's good to see Oyarzabal back. Obviously, did get a couple of goals already in the tournament. But yeah, not quite Fernando Torres, David Villa, Pedro, Iniesta, and the likes of the great legendary Spanish sides anyway. But yeah, you still got a lot of quality in that. And in terms of the Portugal bench, you've got Silva, you've got Sarr, you've got Dalot, Inacio, Nunes, Semedo, Arejo, Silva, Conceição, Neves, Samu, Trincao, Guedes, Ramos, and Rafael Leao. And for Spain, obviously, our lad is on the bench. Munoz, Williams, Ferran Torres, Iglesias, Pino, Merino, Zubidoo is on the bench. Gavi, Ruiz, Grimaldo, Llorente, Eric Garcia, two Garcias, and David Raya. So, chat, strap yourselves in. Hopefully, we do get an absolute classic this evening. And there's a lot of goals and just a very good football game, most importantly, as well, chat. But it was all well, chat. I'll get to all your comments in a little second. Just going to queue up the timer. And yes, we are going to be underway. And yes, it is a Premier League referee in charge. Great. It's Anthony Taylor. Anthony Taylor in charge anyway. So chat, how are we? Hope he's roll well. Right, let's get to the very top as well. Has Munoz even played a single minute in the tournament track? I think he might have, mate, but as we know, when we signed him, he has been in and out, obviously, over the last couple of weeks with injury as well. So at least Spain aren't rushing him into the side. I think he done an interview. Obviously, Spain is shooting from left to right here, chat, and Portugal from right to left. Yeah, he did an interview in the mix zone for Spain this week, saying that, paraphrasing, but it was along the lines of he'll play if the manager feels he's going to get a game anyway, but he said he's not. He himself said he's not 100% fit, Munoz. So, yeah, main thing is we're going into a big season, chat. We don't want him to be injured, do we? But, yeah, would be nice for him to get, if he has been injured over the last couple of weeks, then gets a couple of minutes anyway. As expected, big up there, Ozan. How are we? Going to be another tasty match, hopefully, mates. It is still. How are we, la? Where's our transfer dopamine? It's coming in this though, la. I know everyone's losing the marbles, really, in terms of Liverpool. It is, the days are ticking by anyway, but chat, as I said to you, don't be panicking anyway. We'll sign players, chat. And as we said a couple of weeks ago, Liverpool, I think, where I analyse it, of course, we need to sign players, but I do think there's going to be a massive shift of focus. Don't put it in chat yet. We're in a minute in here and nothing's happened. Apart from Roberto Martinez fuming on the touchline. The Yin and Everton coming out there. But yeah, don't be worrying. We'll sign players, chat. But I think there's going to be a lot more emphasis on a lot more of the younger players as well. We've spent a lot of money moving into the AXA training facility over the last couple of seasons. Obviously moving to Kirby. Spend 50, 60, 70 odd million or whatever it was anyway. But we've brought in a coach that knows how to develop young players and get the best out of them as well. And in the current climate and market, as we said this week, chat, it's just ridiculous. In all honesty, and I'd rather trust a lot more of the younger players than go out and spend 70, 80 million on players that probably won't hit the ground running. Shopping Anderson for 120 million. Tenali, chat, 100 million. No, thank you. He's not even worth 20 quid, mate, for me. He's might be an air Spain. Shot on target for us about. A bit greedy there. He had an opportunity down that left-hand side. Could have slid his teammate in, but shot on target. Obviously, it was about. Yamal down the right-hand side. Ball to the far stick. Very well read by Vitinha. Cleared. Not gone too far though, but it's going to be a throw-in. But excellent reading of the game from Vitinha. So, Scully is a bit in the middle. Which? Oh, what have I done wrong here? The score label's a bit in the middle. Do let us know. Is that on one of my thumbnails or whatnot? Nice one, buds, for letting me know. I've probably missed that. I'm not too sure what you mean there. Albeit maybe Sudan. It's the last maybe. Yeah, the last World Cup possibly as well. Chat to Cristiano Ronaldo. It's mad, innit? Him and Messi being around for so long. Basically part of the ornament of just football in general, hasn't it? Since obviously 2000s. It's fair play to both of the lads for still going anyway. Ronaldo fans. Big up Damon's Spain. Yet to prove themselves. Yes and no, mate. I think games of this magnitude, you need to bring your A level, don't you? And even England last night, they had 10 men. But given the quality in that England side, should be beating big teams anyway, whether they're coming up against possibly Argentina in the semis or Norway or whoever. Obviously Norway in the quarters. For themselves, Spicy Smith said there. I hope it recovery before. Yeah, it's going to be a good game. Haaland against England's backline. How is it game? Big up there, la. I haven't heard that word in a while, mate. Nice one there, la. Great, I haven't heard that word in a while. But nice one, la. I hope you have a very pleasant day, but it's 5 minutes in, lads, and we've literally only had one shot on target, so it's been a bit. It's like watching practically a Liverpool game from last season. So ball into the box, not a major. because obviously I would have let you know anyway. But yeah, Pedri, Rodri, Dani Olmo, absolutely phenomenal footballer, Dani Olmo. So yeah, how are we? Not conceded about signings, more conceded about nothing else. Yeah, so it's going to be a long season, mate, today. There's a lot of work to do for the Reds. Not just for Liverpool, but for a lot of big clubs around world football anyway. It's going to be interesting how Real Madrid do get on. Obviously with Jose at the helm. And obviously Hansi Flick winning 2 out of the 3 La Liga titles that he's won. I think it's 2 out of 3 anyway. Oh no, I'm thinking of Robert Lewandowski. So yeah, Mendes, great interception there. Down the left-hand side. Bit of an underhip pass there from Rodri. I haven't been asleep, lad. Ball into the box and Cancelo over the bar there. Good strike there from João Cancelo. Just millimetres over the top of the bar, but obviously just lacked that bit more control on the shot. But you know he can hit them, João Cancelo. Obviously back at Al Hilal as well now. Did end up with 2 titles. João Cancelo last season. Not too bad for him. Bruno Fernandes drifting off that left-hand side. Yeah, do drop a like in the video as well. If you haven't already done so, everyone. Little flick around the corner. Couldn't quite get that right connection on it. Olmo, Oyarzabal, 1v1. Should be scoring. Absolutely put that past the right-hand post. It's a huge miss by Spain's informed man. He's onside there. It's a lovely weighted pass through the middle by Dani Olmo. And Oyarzabal with his left boot drags it past the right-hand post. He's just too relaxed. Obviously, we've seen he's fully capable of putting that into the back of the net. Really poor execution on that finish. But it's a warning sign for Portugal. That was far too easy. Ronaldo on the edge of the box. Couple of step overs. Ball to the far stick. Now João Cancelo needs a bit of support down the left-hand side. Or does he? Still got it. Felix. Nearly a lovely ball through there to Neves. And it's going to be a corner there. But a lovely little Trivela through ball by João Felix. Down the left-hand side. Little cute ball in behind the Spain midfield. Yeah, he did, Oza. He did. Oh, yeah, that was horrible, chat. Yeah. Chat, don't be watching that Henderson clip, man. Hopefully Jordan's okay, but it's a horrible injury, freak injury. Ball into the penalty box. Ronaldo's gone down. He's appealing that he was fouled. Obviously, VAR will be checking it anyway. But yeah, sad for Hendo. It is a big injury, that. At least he is. Yeah, obviously finding the perfect striker. Was it, they had Costa. They had a couple of other players as well, didn't they? Obviously, it's always, you're never going to replace quality for quality. considering that team that he did have in the prime years of like 2010, 2012. Probably one of the greatest ever footballing sides we've ever seen. Certainly for me, even like in football for the next 20, 30 years, I don't think that Spain team or the Barca team will be, for me, topped. Just the amount of quality across both teams. I think with the Spanish national team, you had the Real Madrid lads as well. Obviously, throw a little bit of Ramos in there. Xabi Alonso as well. It's this, I tell you what, Rodri, he's pulling the back of Ronaldo's shirt there. Bit surprised that hasn't been VAR'd. After he let it go. Ronaldo inside the penalty box, down the right hand side, shot on side, going to be a corner. Simple for Simon in the Spain goal. But again, both teams being far too easy to get in behind on the edge of the penalty box. There's no protection for Spain or Portugal the last opening 12 minutes of this game. Ball in here by Mendes, cleared at the front post. Errors about. Obviously, Real Sociedad attacker. How long has he been a Real Sociedad for? He's been there for a while, I think he has. Yeah, he's only played. It's a well and truly Errors about. He's well and truly a one club man. He's just checking there. Yeah, Real Sociedad. He obviously professional. Obviously 2015-16, he featured for the Real Sociedad first team. But he come through the Real Sociedad B team as well. Yeah, that's a whole 10, 11 year campaign. Fair play to the lads. Alex Benea as well. Obviously, Atletico Madrid left winger. João Felix, possible breakaway here. Didn't get it right. No. Rodri getting in the way. Ball shifted to the left-hand side here. Spain. Baena over the bar there. Well and truly. Not the greatest of finishers on the Atletico Madrid man. Yeah. Obviously, I know I was raving about Portugal's midfield. I think everyone is. So you look at the quality now Portugal have got. Neves, Vitinha, Bruno Fernandes as well tonight. But of course, you're looking at Rodri, you're looking at Pedri. Two phenomenal footballers. And I really do like, I think, Dani Olmo as well. I find it mad though, chat, if you missed that over the last couple of seasons. Obviously, Barca with how cash strapped they have been. It was mad. They had to do some wheeling and dealings before the beginning of it. Last season or season before, just to get him on the actual wage bill, because they could sign him, but they couldn't get him on the wage bill. They eventually sorted it, but he's a top player, man. And Yamal, everyone knows Yamal. Speaks for himself. Yeah, just Portugal very happy in the last 15 minutes. Pressing Spain. As soon as they get over the halfway line anyway, and that's when they do tend to initiate the press. Bruno Fernandes, a couple of options down the left. João Felix. But yeah, just look at the full-back positions for Portugal, chat. Mendes, he been the best left-back in Europe for the last 2-3 seasons. By an absolute country mile for Paris Saint-Germain. Obviously. Balling behind here, Spain it in. Yamal inside the penalty box off the right-hand flank. Shot on side, get away. It's fell to Baena and a big save again by Costa. Diogo Costa, phenomenal double save. First from Lamine Yamal. It was a lovely little finesse finish from Yamal. Wasn't quite in the corner, but it was a comfortable save. But Costa had to get up very quickly to deny. Oh, that's uneven. That's one of the saves of the tournament, that chat, I think, for me. From Costa to deny Baena. Phenomenal save. Fingertips past the left-hand post there. It's a sublime save. It's interesting how the English referees incorporate these, like the cleared by Portugal off the corner. How the ball to Cucurella. He's onside here. Ball to the far stick. I was just begging to be put into the back of the net. No one was there, but it's fell for Yamal. Ball to the far stick. Ball in, cleared by Diaz. And again, it's the intensity stepping up, chat. Slowly but surely. What a save. Yeah, it's just an absolute disaster, in all honesty, Mateus, isn't it? Yeah, it's crazy. It's like an episode of EastEnders or Coddy, mate, in all honesty. What's going on with Balogun? Everyone's getting involved. But yeah, it's just ridiculous. At least, as I said, top of the show, at least UEFA have actually come out and said something. Well, I suppose they had to, because obviously FIFA and UEFA are the two biggest footballing bodies in world football. But I think I've just seen something then, chat. I think the FA are looking at that happening to Quansah now. Obviously, him not missing with a red card suspension. Cucurella, I'll tell you what, he made ground there. He's just about got it away there, Portugal. And there's going to be a foul on Neto, the Chelsea man. He's done well there. He's just anticipated the challenge there from the Atletico Madrid man. I tell you what, chat. Cucurella, top player, man. Like, his development over the last 5-year period, it's really good. Really top fullback. It's going to be fascinating, him in a Jose Mourinho system. Obviously, you'll have Dumfries and you have Cucurella on both of the wings, you'd expect. Maybe Dumfries might win a Ballon d'Or. I don't know. Well, it's going to be interesting. But João Cancelo dropping really deep here. I'd say, oh, he's lucky there, Vitinha. Nearly put Ruben Diaz. Oh, have they? Why did Elise? Is Elise missing the quarters, is he, Ozan? Yeah, you just open Pandora's box now, mate. All the teams have just been throwing in appeals, aren't they? And going, yeah, I want my player. That decision overturned, so she's silly. Neves. But yeah, Infantino needs to be sacked at the end of the tournament, or now. But João Cancelo, ball over the top of the bar. Looked like he was just in an offside position there. Bruno Fernandes peeled off the right hand side. What's the crowd booing at? Are they booing at the referee? Crowd just went berserk, man. Don't know for. Spain now. Rodri. Oh, fair enough there, Ozone. So. Pinea. Ball to Rodri. Spain probing the Portugal backline. Just missing our final ball, really. And that is going to be a foul. It's a great ball in behind to try and get Baena in behind. Bit surprised that's not a yellow card for João Cancelo. Very cynical foul. It was a lovely little ball in behind by Cucurella, I think it was. Yeah, we said that Scouse last night, didn't we, mate? In terms of, as we said last night on the stream, you'd like to hope Liverpool are activating I think the release clause or the buyback clause is only active when Van Dijk's contract ends, I think it is. I think it is anyway. So at the end of this season, Liverpool can, I think, get João Quansah for 60, 70 million, is it? Pound? I think we should be all over that. Shot on side, Cucurella's there's going to be a goal kick for Portugal. But yeah, it makes sense, just. The best thing is Quansah's got hopefully 2 big years under his belt in the Bundesliga. He's played regular football. Thing is, he can play right back and centre half as well. And especially Joe Gomez. I think at the end of this year, Joe Gomez got a year left. Well, this year, this is his final year. I think, apologies, I'm wrong there, chap, but he'll be leaving the football club. You're not going to get any money for Joey Gomez, are you? And I doubt the club will give him a new contract. But, could be surprised. Well, chat we just have him back, João Quansah. At the right place, like. Or do you think he's not good enough? Yeah, I think Trent would end up. Got a feeling, I've had for years, I think Trent would probably end up at Man City at some point. Or he might even do an hour and go to United or whatnot. Yeah, it is also. But yeah, Yamal, apart from that one opportunity, but yeah, you're not seeing the save from Diogo Costa tonight, chat. Save one of the saves of the tournament already. And we're only in the last 16. Hydration break going on here, chat, as well. Well, in terms of the stats at the minute, Spain, as you'd expect, 58% possession to Portugal's 42. Spain have had an expected XG of 0.81. That just goes to show how much of a crucial big save that was from Costa a couple of minutes ago. A tremendous save. Obviously, 3 total shots for Portugal to Spain's 6. 1 shot on target for Portugal. That come from Cristiano Ronaldo. And 3 shots on target for Spain. Obviously, 2 touches in the opposition penalty area for Portugal compared to Spain's 6. Why is Ronaldo? Martinez was trying to give instructions there, and then you got Ronaldo trying to give instructions as well. obviously Martinez, I think he was previously, was he the Belgium coach? Was he the head coach, Belgium? Ah, lads. Kappa led. Kappa. 8 players, 1 year left on their contract. We're just... Is it 8, Mateus? Don't know, is that many? I knew there was a couple of lads leaving, but... Yeah, it's not just this summer, but obviously... At this age, I think a load of Liverpool fans might as well apply for the sporting director. But yeah, I find it mad though, yeah, obviously the mess Liverpool have been in the last couple of seasons with the sporting directors and contracts and that, but like the average fan, all of us, we've seen it come from like 5 years ago. We've seen all the decisions coming from a million miles away. We all did. It's like, it's basic of just being a sporting director. Don't allow your players to run down the contracts. You start negotiating at 2 years, and if you don't agree, then flog them, sell them, get rid. Even if you don't want to be losing that calibre of player, you need to bring money into your football club. Simple business. And tough. If the player doesn't want to go or leave, then sound that. You can be in the reserves for like 2 seasons and waste your career. Neves. Fernandez. What's that, Gary La? Means something about Ronaldo there, but Portugal moving the ball around. Spain sitting deep at the minute. Gabriel Vega. Not Gabriel Vega. Vega anyway. But Renato Vega. Who's Gabriel? I don't think it's another player anyway, but Renato Vega. Ball forward here now. Spain nearly in, and Vega with a tremendous interception. It's a lovely little, nearly an exquisite through ball by Dani Olmo. Just one touch, straight through the heart of that Portuguese defence. Nearly feeding in your mouth. Would have been 1v1 with Costa on the edge of the box. But it was a crucial interception by former Chelsea player Renato Vega. Who's just checking there. He's at Villarreal now. Obviously, the clubs he's been at, he's been in absolutely bloody everyone. Sporting Lisbon's second team. Augsburg, Basel, Chelsea, Juve, and Villarreal. So, played 42 games last season for the Spanish outfit. One of the many players Chelsea have had on their books. Did they sell him? Short corner there for Spain. Pedro Porro to Cucurella. Drinking Estrella. Ball into the box. Big save by Costa. Huge miss by Dani Olmo. I think he was onside there as well. The former Leipzig midfielder. Ricocheted. Oh, that would have been very tight anyway. It would have been interesting if that ball did end up in the back of the net. Yeah. Looked about millimetres over. But yeah, Kabasi just moving out of the way of that Dani Olmo shot. It just went wide anyway, but I think it would have slightly been offside. Ronaldo taking a kick in there by Laporte. Ronaldo. Yeah, he is, Gary. He's finished now. Oh, awful clearance there by Laporte. Not been too bad, Gary. Obviously, just had the drinks break. Real good potential, Dani Olmo. Really good. Obviously, again, another Leipzig player. They had Dani Olmo, they had Dominic Szoboszlai. Obviously, they've had Xavi Simons, so they've had some interesting attacking midfielders. Yeah, just a conveyor belt of talent, really. The Red Bull teams. Big up there, still. I know, I think we spoke about that this week, mate, didn't we? We're just desperate at the minute, bud, isn't it? He's an alright player. For me, all those years ago, before we signed Jota, I thought, me personally, I would have went for Neto back in the day. But bought to the far stick, clear by Cancelo. But he's had some big injuries, though, at Estowani. I don't think he's a bad player. I think he's 26, 27 now, Neto, but I think he's just the best of the bad bunch at the minute in terms of when you're looking at the quality, well, the lack of quality down that right hand side. But yeah, he's an alright mate. But yeah, I don't think he'd leave Chelsea. I'd be more inclined just getting Jared Bowen for 30 odd million if you can get him for maybe 2-3 seasons. Yamal on the right. Great defending by Mendes. Yeah, last one, mate. But now we've got plenty of good players, though, haven't we? Obviously, the era, well, it's been the era of Mbappe's and your Haalands as well. Obviously, the next younger players coming through, obviously, Yamal. Got your likes of Pedri as well. But obviously, Yamal's like the big superstar, isn't he? The next big superstar. After Mbappe and Haaland. Chaz, who would you have on, like, obviously, would you say Yamal at his age group is probably like he's a top dog, in terms of the quality of the lad, but who would you say is just below Yamal in terms of through to Costa? 10 minutes left to go here, Chaz. Costa's got it. So who would you say is like the second and third best player around Yamal's age in European football? Can be an attacker or defender or midfielder. It's difficult, isn't it? Obviously, I know a lot of people might shout Rio, but Rio, hopefully one day, but not even half as good as your mount at this moment in time. Hopefully one day can get onto your Mal's level. It's in yet. Great touch there. He's opened up his body, trying to play that ball forward, but Ronaldo just stopping that attack, going all the way backwards. Ronaldo, João Felix, Vitinha. That's the thing with Ronaldo. He's dropped so deep here now. Neves, ball down the right-hand side. If Portugal can get a cross in here, Bruno Fernandes needs to get his head up. Ronaldo's at the far stick. Ball into the penalty box. João Felix, big save. Simons getting on the end of that. So I say Xavi Simons sat in London, injured at the minute. I'll tell you what, it's a tremendous ball down the right-hand side. It's a big save by Simon in the Spain goal. Took a lot of power off that initial header across the box. Let's see. Ronaldo just couldn't quite get the right connection on that. What's the referee going on about here? Are you checking a penalty, are they? Referee's got the ball in his hands. Oh, is it for João Felix? Oh, he's got his boots off. Oh, Neto's down. But chat, yeah, it is still. He's just best of the bad bunch, I think it is still. And the thing is, the worst thing Liverpool can do is go out there and start spending a load of money in this market. I know we all need players, chat, we do, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. We don't want to end up like Man United, where we're just buying players for the sake of players. Like say for like when the next Diamante arrives, chat, maybe in a year or so's time or 6 months' time, a player that we probably had a little look at, but we were like, oh bloody hell, he's developed a lot more, and he's kicked on really. Three shots on target for both teams. Weird. What's Anthony Taylor doing, man? Back into play now as well. Simon. Just slowing the game down. Oh, good shout that. Ozan. He's just, as you said, a bit more older than Yamal. Porto foul on this, just went through the back of there's quite a couple of obviously some players that have played in the Premier League and some that are currently playing. There's a lot of Premier League, ex-Premier League and current Premier League battles going on across the pitch. Obviously Pedro Porro at Tottenham. I think he just recently signed a new contract as well. Must have offered them a load of money. It's going to be a corner for Portugal. That's what I'll be doing this still at the minute, mate. I know there might be not a lot of fans that might not like that, but when I'm just assessing the market at the minute, you can't go any wrong worse than signing Bowen. If you can get Bowen at the right price, 25-30 million for the 2-3 year deal, he's ready and raring to go. And if you surround him with better players, just look at the numbers he's produced at West Ham. You're telling me he can't get at least 20 goal and assists next season? He certainly can, especially if he's playing with Viet, Isaac. What's happened to his boot there? That's all. But yeah, I'll be all over that at this though. Oh, off the bar, Nuno Mendes took the wicked deflection. So yeah, he's already scored that free kick, and a couple of match weeks last week. But the PSG man with a sublime strike on the edge of the box. He's not just a phenomenal defender, he's great at just going forwards. I tell you what, would have been interesting if that was going on target, Jack, because Pedro Porro headed it onto the bar. I think that one might have been going towards the top corner there, so it was a crucial block on that. And there was a foul, what? Just spoiling the game, Taylor, man. Good thing about watching a World Cup is like the referee's not getting involved. It's like watching a Premier League game all over again, man. Oh, lovely play by Yamal. He skipped past 3 Portuguese players. And he's appealing for a foul there, Yamal. Baena. Rodri. Ball forward to find Yamal. 25 yards from goal. Yamal. Taylor saying, get up, lads. Oh yeah, chat, as we were saying before, France are at it now. You were right there. Ozan. Yeah, France have appealed to FIFA to get Michael Olise's yellow card against Paraguay overturned now. I think that's coming from. Where's that come from? Yeah, it's coming from the Athletic as well, so that's bang on the money. But yeah, the Lord gonna be out of chess, aren't they? And rightly so. Like, one rule for one, and then every team should be able to do it, not just USA. Just makes a mockery of the sport, in all honesty, though. They chuck it down south, Gary. Yeah, it's been. I think the hot weather's meant to be returning. Yeah, that'll be interesting, chat. So there's plenty of Liverpool transfer shows, pre-match shows and post-match shows as well. Chat, and obviously if you want to get involved in the post-match shows as well this season, everyone, we'll be doing fan calling shows. To have your say on the Liverpool games after every single game. Hopefully, there will be a lot more better performances from last year. Yeah, they'll all be doing those on the real. Spain at the minute, 30 seconds left to go of the first opening 45. Spain down the left. Cucurella now to Dani Olmo. Not much movement ahead of him though. Pedri being a bit quiet. Dani Olmo. Arizabal just needs to shift that off his left boot quicker there. Rodri over the bar. But I tell you what, Dani Olmo, he's Spain's main man this afternoon. Everything good has gone through Dani Olmo this afternoon. 6 minutes added on there, chat. But yeah. So, just if it is to stay 0-0, just keep half time. Just keep Coach will be saying, get Dani Olmo on the ball. He's He's making Spain tick at the minute. In Dallas, Texas. Ball to find Neves. So excellent control. Pajot. Ball over the top to find Ronaldo. Great read by Simons. Come off his line very, very, very quickly there. Spain's number 23. Baena. Cucurella. Certainly do need to get Cucurella more into the game. Obviously, especially the last Euros. Ball over the top here. Yamal. Drag shot wide. And he looked like he was just in an offside position there. So we'll look on that replay. Pedro Porro. Yeah. 3-4 yards offside there on that other angle. But yeah. Great idea. It's like the execution on that initial first pass out. Interception. Neto. Sloppy there by the Chelsea man. Dani Olmo flick round the corner. It's an excellent flick round the corner. It's drawn in a foul, and that's what Pedri's appealing. He's saying to the referee, at least get your yellow card out. But yeah, he's just gone through the back of him there, Dani Olmo. I think it was Bruno Fernandes. But an opportunity here for Spain. 6 minutes added on. Good 25-30 yards out. Left hand side of the penalty area. Call this probably prime Dominic Szoboszlai position. If it was a Liverpool player like. Baena. Send over this free kick. It's going to be a cross to the far stick. Rodri. And it's going to be a foul on João Felix. That whistle went very early on that passage of play. But chat, thoughts on the first half? I think everyone's picked it up to be, obviously, it is game around in terms of the overall quality from both sides across every position, and even on the bench as well. It's real good quality. At the minute, it's cancelling each other out well and truly. Over the top ball here. Cancelo put him off. Great little shoulder barge there. It was a legal foul, like just offset the Atletico Madrid winger. No giving goal there. João Felix ball over the top. Too much of a heavy ball that. Bruno Fernandes applauding the effort at least. Yeah, that's been all done. Ball over the top. Long searching ball by Portugal here. There's a slip. It's a foul by. Deemed to be a foul by João Felix. But a minute left to go here. A minute to go. So 10 seconds left to go. Therefore, we'll be blowing the whistle here unless there's some absolute madness. Bayane, tell you what, he's done well to keep his head up there. Just lacked the execution on that. Probably will be one last... Oh, no, there won't. Referee's blowing. I was going to say one last roll of the dice. But, no. Well, chat, that concludes the first 45-minute period of Spain versus Portugal. Both teams just cancelling each other out, really, as I said before. Hopefully we do get at least some goals in the second half, chat. We're a bit spoiled in the Mexico game and the games in which we've seen over the last couple of days as well. But I think the later we do get into the World Cup, a lot of teams structurally will be very nervous going forward. It'd just be like a game of chess, innit? You move, we move, and then just, I think the later we go, especially going into the quarterfinal stages and the semis, there'll be many teams that'll just be very happy and content with at least going to the latter stages of these games, getting to penalties as well. Not good for if you are a neutral, like all of us watching or commentating as well, but it is what it is, really. But I think given the overall quality from both sides, obviously very, very evenly matched in a lot of positions around the pitch. So look at it in the midfield, Rodri, Pedri, and then you got Neves and Vitinha. 4 phenomenal footballing midfielders. Lads that can break up the game, control games, the tempo, the play as well. So, yeah, just in terms of the overall final third of the pitch for both sides, Ronaldo, like he has been over the last couple of weeks as well in the World Cup, very ineffective, in all honesty. I think Goncalo Ramos, when he did come on, obviously with that substitution appearance, in the last Portugal game, obviously the one of the match winners anyway in that previous game just gone by as well. So it's going to be fascinating, chat. Who budges first? Will it be Portugal? Will it be Spain? Just because you look at obviously the was it the winner you got in Carl Ramos against Croatia anyway? Yeah, it was the 94-minute winner against Croatia in the round in the last knockout game anyway. So yeah, it's going to be absolutely fascinating, chat, how this does pan out. Probably will be won by a single goal. I'd say if there is going to be a goal, I would say it's going to be coming from Spain, but could be completely proven wrong anyway. But chat, if you just tune in for the first time, I think obviously the Spain's tinker man in terms of the lad that's just controlling the whole ebb and flow of this game has been Dani Olmo. Yamal's had some little glimpses. Obviously Spain's biggest opportunity did fall from obviously Bayane down that left hand side, Atletico Madrid left winger as well, but it's a sublime. It's probably one of the saves of the tournament from Costa. Will be one of the saves of the tournament. Sublime denying of the Atletico Madrid winger anyway. And apart from that, really, Dani Olmo, I think he's been their best player for me, Spain, in terms of when they have gone forwards, he's looked to get that ball through the centre of the pitch and pick out a couple of very good through balls. But yeah, barring a Costa worldy of a save, yeah, bit of a not a game with a lot of action, especially for Portugal anyway. A lot of possession, a lot of moving of positional play from both sides. But it's going to be fascinating how both coaches do go into the second half. A couple of substitutions you'd expect as well. But yeah, the good triangles that Spain historically have always done, especially over the last 30-odd years, of great Spanish football. Obviously, if you want to see any good football inside, you certainly do want to be watching Spain. Obviously, the triangles between Rodri, Oyarzabal, Dani Olmo, Pedri as well, the great structure of synonymous of a great football and Spanish side anyway. They're just relentless. If it's not working, they'll continue. Try and get into the shape, get into the squares, the triangles, try and rotate that ball around the pitch on many different scenarios as well. And the spaces, as I said, not many of them have opened up tonight, but the continuous pressure from Spain, the opportunities will become a lot more apparent as the game does go on anyway. Just obviously concentration levels as well, but Spain will continue to create those opportunities. But yeah, certainly Portugal do need to step it up anyway. But yeah, Dani Olmo, if Spain is to come away from this game, chat, I think he will be there in this game as well. So I'll get to a couple of your comments as well, chat. Mateus Fabrizio Romano, Liverpool sealed the deal to sign Scotland under-16 captain Dara Jakimi from Celtic. Here we go. Jakimi has signed the paperwork and signed a 5-year contract. Big up there, Romano. Nice one there, Mateus, but I don't think, I think I've seen a couple of lads mention on X today, he can't sign a 5-year contract, can he? Because he's obviously, I think the most a young player like that can sign is a 2-3 year contract, can't he? I don't know. I'm not too sure anyway, but I'm pretty sure the official contract that any younger player you can sign is when you turn 18. As a footballer anyway, that's why everyone's making a lot of noise, rightly so, about Rio Ingamua. I think he can sign his new contract in a month's time when he turns 18 or whatever it is anyway. But yeah, looks like Liverpool are getting that lad, chat. But again, I'm not necessarily, I don't know anything of him anyway. But if he's Scotland's under-16 captain, then obviously he must have a lot of good leadership qualities and a very good centre-half as well. So yeah, good on Liverpool. As we said before, I said to you, don't be worrying about, obviously, if we get a day out from the Premier League, if we've not signed any players, then yeah, we'll be like, oh, bloody hell, lads, what are we doing? No more than that, I think all of us will be shouting from the hills, go on Liverpool, at least sign someone. But yeah, there's a big emphasis, certainly from a strategic scouting and analysis point of view, the way I'm looking at it. The data, lads, and the recruitment drive is certainly from Liverpool, from top to bottom, is going to be a lot more reliance on younger players. Liverpool promoting a lot more of the younger players, giving them an opportunity, especially like Jayden Dans, Will Wright, that lads that we are signing. Dada, if he's any good as well. Obviously the big lads from Austria as well. Apologies, the lad that we signed from the Austrian centre-half, an absolute giant of a fella. So yeah, Liverpool will be promoting a lot more of the younger players. Of course, in terms of Liverpool trying to win now, you never know how it will take a good 2-3 year period, of course. But I think all of us as fans have certainly got to readjust and align our expectations for this coming season. As much as that frustrates a lot of us, and it frustrates me, but at the end of the day, you've got to look at the market, you've got to look at the squad and the players as well. I know it's frustrating, and I know a lot of fans, and certainly me, I'm not liking saying it, but we just gotta analyse properly where we are as a football club. We're a good 3-4 years, I feel, away from consistently challenging for major trophies, Liverpool. But at the end of the day, the one thing that Liverpool done really well under Bob Paisley, Bill Shankly as well, Liverpool's great managers Jurgen Klopp as well, signing younger players and then developing them over a course of a 5-year period, and then ideally 2-3 years down the line, then obviously you can bring in big star names. But look at what we've done, no chat. If there's a player that Liverpool wants, that Andoni Iraola thinks is a crucial part of his Liverpool evolution, Andoni Iraola, he's walking into a team that has got Florian Wirtz. He's walking into a team that has got Alexander Isak, Hugo Ekitike as well. So you're looking at 3 players there that any manager in world football will be rubbing their hands together going, well, bloody hell, can't wait to work with those lads. Virgil van Dijk, of course, replacing Van Dijk, it's not going to be easy, hence why I do think Liverpool have spent, well, we spent a lot of money on a lot of young centre-halves. Obviously, well, a lot of money on Jeremy Jacquet as well, so there's certainly an identification in terms of when we've scouted him, analysed him, and going, yeah, real good. A lot of money's been spent on Leone as well, so we've spent big money It's just about having the correct manager, and I think Andoni Iraola is, chat. He is the correct manager to a proven track record of developing young players and experienced players as well at his time at Bournemouth. But it's gonna be it's a big opportunity for Andoni, and we've only seen one interview from him, but it was not just one interview. We got a big insight of exactly what he wants to be doing, chat. So Andoni said, just rewatch that interview, chat, what his vision, the way I'm looking at it anyway. But yeah, chat, would be nice signing Andy Diamande, but we've just got to be realistic. 120 million on a lad that was playing in the MLS, or wherever he was in Spain 2 years ago. There might be the next Andy Diamande 12 months down the line where a lad just appears in Europe, and ideally Liverpool in a strong position where we can sign him for 20-30 million as well. But we are in such a good positive position as a football club, chat. So fair play to lads. Don't know too much of him, Mateus, but looks good. It's good that Liverpool are in a position where we can be a destination club for a lot of the younger players. I think that's one way in which going into the future as well, creating a pathway for whether it be a younger player or a player that is maybe 21, 22 as well, creating a pathway for players in Europe going, oh yeah, if they go to Liverpool, if they do well, then I'm going to be given an opportunity. That's what the lads at Bournemouth done. That's why Ryan was able to be scouted and that's why he went to Bournemouth, because he knew he would be guaranteed game time. So yeah, Somerville, big up there, Chi as well. I've not seen anything. In all honesty, do you mean Conceição? Do you mean there? But yeah, Somerville. Yeah, nothing of it, mate. I don't know where you've seen those. Probably one of those mad links on Facebook anyway. Yeah. But yeah, Somerville. Yeah, I don't think we'll sign him, mate. I think he's going to be going to Manchester United, in all honesty. As soon as Man United do sell Marcus Rashford, then I think he will be moving for Somerville. Yeah. He's an interesting profile, though, but for me, no thank you. Good half a footballer. Do you reckon Gary? Yeah, it's alright for a 0-0, wasn't it? But I'm just seeing the goals from Haaland again. Absolute joke of a footballer. Thoughts on Brazil? Thoughts on how Brazil can fix their position as an international team, mate? The one big thing that they've got, Brazil, is a great head coach, great manager in Carlo Ancelotti. He knows a lot about how to win trophies, big trophies as a player, and certainly as a manager as well, in his great managerial glittering career. It's just a case, though, Ozan, I feel, when I'm looking at that, analysing Brazil, with whatever generation you grew up watching football, Brazil has just been so synonymous of just having great footballers. At the minute, you just look at the full-back positions for Brazil. Obviously, I grew up watching, obviously, Marcelo, Ramos, Dani Alves, Maicon. Obviously, got the generation before that was Roberto Carlos, Cafu, as well down the right-hand side. And you're looking at now, who you got? Santos and Danilo. Yeah, that's the big golfing lack of quality in those positions. Yes, you had Gabriel and Marquinhos, but even looking at Portugal today, you've got Mendes, obviously you've got João Cancelo. Every top side in Europe's got good fullbacks. It's so important in the modern era of football. Everyone speaks about your forwards, of course, and your centre-halves and your goalkeepers, but I think in terms of the way in which modern football, football in general, doesn't matter, whatever generation, you need good fullbacks to facilitate the way you want to be playing. The way I feel in terms of the way I look at football as well and analyse it. If you haven't got good fullbacks, and you're seeing how Liverpool did suffer last season as well when we look at Liverpool down that right-hand side. very not functional as a footballing side. Look at Kerkez as well, wasn't fully utilised by Arne Slot correctly in the system last year, and Liverpool, not just attacking wise, not just defensive wise, but as a whole collective, we did struggle. So yeah, for Brazil, Ozan, get better footballers, simple as that. There needs to be a big, Brazil will never have an issue of making world class talented, the greatest footballers. There'll always be a great conveyor belt. Obviously, you look at the futsal, the way in which Brazil and South American teams as well. Obviously, futsal it's become a world game now anyway. But like the street football of South America, and they'll always produce players, but they need to kind of speed it up. Really, Ozan, Brazil, they've got the manager to do it. It's just a matter of getting those big players onto the pitch and giving them an opportunity. I do think Rodrigo is a huge miss for Brazil. Obviously, the Real Madrid forwards. Carlo absolutely adored him as a manager, didn't he, at Real Madrid? But obviously his injury, I think he got injured before the World Cup. That was a huge miss. And I think if Carlo has Rodrigo, I think it would have been very interesting how he would have utilised him. And I think Brazil would have gone a bit more further in the tournament, in all honesty. But you never know. Said that Brazil need to stop selecting players that play in the Premier League. True. It depends who you're picking, especially Casemiro. That therein lies a big issue within 2026, as I said to you last night. Yeah, where we're 2026 and Casemiro still getting a game of football. Mad. And we are underway here for the second half of your chat. Portugal shooting from left to right. And Spain in the white kit tonight, from right to left. But big games need big players to step up, and certainly Yamal is the lad for the big occasion. And Cristiano Ronaldo used to be, but I think the quicker Portugal do get Goncalo Ramos on, then I think he might have a bit more joy going forward. But yeah, true Ozan. And that's the thing. Big institutions like the Brazilian FA certainly do need to listen to Cafu. Obviously, two-time World Cup winner, and his understanding of the game is really elite as well. I know everyone goes on about like ex-footballers when they speaking about football, but there's no better people to listen to. I love listening to. I think we all do when you listen to. There's some ex-footballers that just chat a load of wham, but there's a lot of them highly intelligent footballers. Like when they're talking about restructuring the game, like in terms of buying and selling players, because like they've got a depth of knowledge. They've played at the highest level. So yeah, Cafu loves the Brazil FA, but certainly listen to him anyway, what he's got to say. Yeah, he's good. Good, Gary. I don't know. I didn't know too much of him coming into this tournament, mates. Obviously, I knew he played for Leipzig, but yeah, it was interesting to see. But again, he's just another Leipzig player that probably would have went up an extra 30-40 million off the back of the World Cup. Sheldrup, yeah. Good little player. First time I've actually seen him play properly, mate. And there's a foul on Ronaldo. 2 minutes. 2.5 minutes into the second half. Dani Olmo just bring it down. Cristiano Ronaldo there. For me, not much the biggest foul there. And you can understand Dani Olmo's reaction. I wouldn't have certainly not have given that as a free kick. Bruno Fernandes. Free kick here. Nuno Mendes. And ball on the far stick. Collected by Simon. Possible breakaway for Spain, but not the greatest of clearances there on the Spain goalkeeper. Portugal have won that possession back really quickly. Got to be careful here, Spain. João Cancelo. Ball to the far stick. I don't know why he's not shot there. It's going to be a goal kick for Spain. And he apologises, the Spanish goalkeeper. But yeah, João Cancelo should have really put his foot through that, because the Spain defenders were dropping off him anyway. Well, massive thank you everyone for tuning in. Chat, if you are new to Anfield World TV, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Dani Olmo, little give and go. Pedri. Ball to find Yamal on the edge of the box. It's great defending by Mendes, and there's a foul by Yamal. Probably one of the best battles you'll see in world football, that. In all honesty, Mendes versus Yamal. Two players with so much quality. And certainly both players have got a lot of pace to burn when they get going. Cucurella dealing with Neto. Ball forward here. Baena. There's an opportunity here for now for Portugal. There's a breakaway. Neto off the right hand side. Can he produce a ball to far stick? He can, but it was just ahead of Cristiano Ronaldo. But it was a big let off there. Baena, really poor passage of play by Spain. And then there's a quick counter attack. Fair enough, Portugal. They're leaving a couple of players further up the pitch, so that must be a clear instruction. It's risky, but get away with that, Spain. Dani Olmo. Ball down the right hand side to Mendes. There'll be a throw in. Yeah, Daniel was top player, man. Ronaldo on the counter attack. He jumped out of that, really, Cristiano. It's a lot more open than what we see in the first half. Yamal, he's breezed past Mendes. It's a great ball into the penalty box, but there's no one flying at the far stick or even in the central area of the penalty area there. Arazabal and Baena. But it was a tremendous breakaway by Lamine Yamal. First time tonight that he's actually got past Mendes. And it looks like he's caused Mendes to pull his hamstring. I'm not surprised. He's got up Mendes, but he was touching the back of his leg. But yeah, first time Yamal's actually got past Mendes properly. And he's been able to produce a bit of quality going forward. Yes, it does, Ozan. Penalties. Yeah. England should beat Norway, but again, Norway will be underdogs, but I think that's a tag that they do like. Arazabal Doing well there to track back. Help Pedro Porro. And there's an injury here. Is it Mendes? Yeah, there we go. It was a good spot by me. Yeah, he's pulled his hammy there. Yeah. I was going to say, that's a big boost, that for Spain. And certainly Lamine Yamal. If he's coming off, it's what happens when you get close to an hour playing against Yamal. Both lads, yeah, the stretch. Yeah, he will be coming off here, Mendes, and that's going to be a big boost for Spain. Have a little look. Who did he have on the bench to come on? They might switch João Cancelo to left back. Obviously, he can play both left back and right back. The Portuguese full back. Yeah, they got Portugal to come on, possibly. No, they got Delo. Yeah, they got Delo. Probably will be Delo to come on. Or Araujo. Obviously, Sporting Lisbon full back. Can play right back as well. If Cancelo is to go left back. So they got some options. It will be either, and even Nunes, but yeah, I think it will be Delo or Araujo. Semenyo is coming on. Former Barca man, former Wolves man as well. He's been all over the gaff. But yeah, interesting one there by Martinez. Yeah, Mendes are coming off chat. So yeah, Semedo coming on. Where's he at now? Oh, Fenerbahce. Nelson Semedo. So yeah. Now that's just opened up the game for Spain twofold. Down that right hand side. Yamal against it looks like Semedo's actually gone left back, so fair enough. Obviously not quite on the level Semedo of Mendes. Yeah, we're disappointed that Mendes. It'll be a huge miss for Portugal if they are going to be missing him for obviously the game tonight. Gone off already. We're certainly going into the latter stages of this competition. Depends on the severity of that injury. So it'll be a huge injury for them if they are to get into the latter stages of this tournament. And second third shot. As we approach the hour mark here, chat, again, a very tight game. Not too much in this. Pedro now picking up the ball. Cucurella. Get our lad on. Get Victor Munoz on if he's fit enough. Arrows about. Let it run. Bruno Fernandes done really well there, Bruno. Down the left-hand flank, needs a couple of options ahead of him. But he's been resorting to go all the way back there. Yeah, chance we missed that. Mendes has gone off. We'll see. Semedo has come on. João Felix down the left. Needs to get his head up. Ball to the far stick to Ronaldo. Couldn't quite get that right connection on that. Simon, he'll be happy. Ronaldo didn't quite get the right connection on that. It was a good idea from João Felix to float that to the far stick. Just lacked the execution on the finish from Ronaldo. Yeah, probably will do that. Will be. That's some debate, Mateus, to get Liverpool fans involved with. That's a great question, mate. But I don't think he'd walk away from that big contract he's got at Real Madrid, mate. I think even if he will have Dumfries ahead of him this season and beyond, as long as Mourinho's there. But yeah, I don't think he'll want to leave. Yeah, it was a good game last night, wasn't it? Yamal trying to get that through ball, but there's a foul on João Felix. But I think in terms of getting, you're looking at the team there as well, though, chat. Is he injured at the minute, is he? Oh, he's on there, the bench. Dani Olmo needs to get his head up. Pedri over the bar. Here's a deflection on that effort from the Barca man. But yeah, I think Bernardo Silva needs to come on I think he should be coming on very soon. But yeah, it's sloppy by Portugal. Got away with that one, in all honesty. Alex Baena. Going to be an in-swing get off this corner. Ball in. Just fell to Vitinha. Not gone too far though again. It's going to be another corner from Yamal, forcing a corner. But yeah, just sloppy last 5 minutes from Portugal. Just giving Spain a bit of the possession. Anthony Taylor having a little words with the lads in the penalty box. Ball into the penalty box. Comfortable for Diego Costa. Obviously, had a very good season in the Portuguese league. Obviously, was linked with Liverpool over the last couple of seasons as well. Not just Liverpool, for a lot of big teams, in all honesty. Only 26 as well, Diego Costa. Yeah, Porto winning the Portuguese league last year. Neto. Almo, not the greatest of touch here. Can Portugal go forward? It's Bruno Fernandes just constantly going backwards tonight. Pedri looking at Bruno Fernandes there. Don't worry, Pedri. We're used to that in the Prem. Yeah, I think for both teams now should be making at least a couple of substitutions, freshening it up a bit. It's got a bit stale. Ball forwards, Cucurella. I think everyone's sussed each other out in terms of positionally and structurally. game needs a big injection of quality if we are to get a goal or two. Diaz, ball forward. Pedri. Sloppy. All the way back to Spain now, to Simon. Vega, comfortable challenge. Yamaldo, just over the halfway line. Gliding with the ball. He's found Baena. Baena, shot off. Costa, comfortable for the Porto man. Right idea, but just lacked any real clinical edge of a finish. Oh, it's McIndoe, isn't it, Ozan? McIndoe. Want both of them to do well, mate, in all honesty. But one has to be eliminated. But I think Messi, they will have enough, Argentina. But you never know. Egypt could pull off a surprise. Obviously, Cape Verde weren't too far off beating Argentina last round, were they? Cleared by Cancelo again. Spain are doing really well tonight in terms of the moments that they have had. They're just missing someone sat on the 6-yard line just to put that into the back of the net. It's just that final clinical finisher inside the Spain box. If it's not going to be Yamal, it needs to be one of the other lads. Because they're getting it to the byline or getting good crosses in. Just no one's there to stick it into the back of the net. And that was a very big issue for many Spain sides. Go all the way back to Diego Costa. There was a period in time where Spain weren't even playing with a striker, were they? An out-and-out striker. Obviously, if Torres wasn't playing, David Villa wasn't playing, then there was games in tournaments where they were playing with Cesc Fabregas up front, weren't they, Spain? But Spain were that good. They just pass you to death. It's until you'd fall asleep as an opposition team. But yeah, that's total football, if you want to say. Oh, you'd have like David Silva that's floating around the pitch. Pedro, sorry. So much good attacking talent. Always remember that Torres goal in the Euro final, though, chat. Nothing better knowing that he was our lad, Fernando, in terms of getting that goal. Winning Spain the Euros. And that was against Germany when it chat 1-0. 1-0 against Germany, was it? I think it was. The Euros. And there's a hydration break going on again. Yeah, sorry there, Ozandin. But yeah, I'd always cheer on the underdog, mate. Would be mad to see Messi and the lads get eliminated, but yeah, I think I'd like Mo and the lads to go through. Would be huge for Egypt, wouldn't it? But yeah, I just think like we were all Cape Verde fans, weren't we, when we were watching that game? But yeah, I think be boss to see Egypt go through Ozan, but yeah, I think Argentina, you can't really bet against him. Like the form Messi's in, even at the age of 39. He's an alien, Leo Messi, isn't he? He's a lad from another galaxy who just turns out to be a very, 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 very good footballer. The Scouts, what are you chatting there, lad? What are you chatting, lad? Said I'd love that, mate. I think we all would. Yeah. Maybe Specsavers with the glasses, mate, but yeah. Hopefully try and get a bit of sponsorship for the channel this season. Would be absolutely huge. I have sent out some emails anyway, but we'll find out. Or if any local businesses or anyone in Liverpool or whatnot wants to get involved, do let us know. Hit us up on social media. It'd be great to get you on board. Especially if there's any local Scouts businesses as well. Getting as many more customers. New customers as well. But 20 minutes left to go here, chat. I think we will be playing another 50 minutes in all honesty, even past this 20-minute mark. I think we will be going the whole long yards, really. How are we, Scouts? Scout. What are you chatting there, the Greg Sponsorship? What have I said? Probably gone over my head, mate. Haven't what was it? With the new manager putting last year behind us, we should have much better stuff this season. Delo's actually finally come on, and Liao's come on. You are watching on YouTube, make sure you drop a like on the video as well, everyone. Massively helps out. You're watching anyone's content. Absolute legends. Hope you all had a good day as well, though, chat. Whatever you've been up to, working or whatnot. There's a foul on Lamine Yamal. It's going to be an opportunity here now for Spain from that right-hand side of the penalty box. To, I think he should really go for goal. It's perfect for the left footer there off that right-hand channel. For a left footer, wrap his foot round that. Get it towards goal. Rosabal, Lamine Yamal, got many left footers in this team. Spain, very good left footers as well. Just give it to Yamal or Rosabal. Just get a shot off here. Just get it on target. It's one of those like cross come shots. From this area, chat, just as long as the shot is on target or cross, whip it in with pace. It's one of them that can just drop into the back of the net from that position. Yamal, shot on target, and he's got a corner out of that. That's all he needed to do, Yamal. All he needed to do. Yeah, whip it in. Yeah. Costa, sticking it over the bar. And there's been two substitutions there, chat. I'll let you know in a sec. Ball in, away by Costa. Semenyo, long searching ball there. So you got João Felix on, and you got Delo on as well. And the other, if you missed it, the other substitution before, chat. Nuno Mendes. Looks like he's done his hamstring. Be interesting to see. Hopefully it's not too much of a long hamstring injury, but looked like he had pulled a muscle. And Ferran Torres, the Barca man, former City forward, is going to be coming on as well. And Yamal's appealing for a foul, but Anthony Taylor's not seen too much of it. Yeah, I expect there was subs there, chance. Yamal off the right hand side. He's got Benet. Oh, it's poor execution of a pass that from Yamal. Possibility of a breakaway here for Portugal if they can get it right. Leao. So frustrating when you watch, for me though, chat, when I watch Rafael Leao. Watch him score here. But he just sometimes, when I watch him, just walks around the pitch. For a lad that's got a lot of quality in his boots, if he can be bothered. Extremely quick. Very agile as well. Can go either way. But he just walks around the pitch for me. Bayern has gone off for Ferran Torres. It's alright though, Leao. I bet you Leao will score here now after I've said that. Probably will. Curse the commentator. Bruno Fernandes, side netting. And a lot of Portuguese fans in the stadium thought that was in. It's a very difficult angle for Bruno to get that, or at least onside, but just side netting. But yeah, Dalot has come on for João Cancelo. Obviously, Ferran Torres has come on for Alex Baena. Dani Olmo. Spain. Been a bit surprised. I think we all have, if you've been watching this game or listening to commentary. Been a bit surprised by the final third for Spain. Thought he just would have been had that a lot more of a killer edge to their attack and play tonight, but very evenly balanced so far tonight. Torres side netting again. As you said there, they're still for all the quality in both sides of this, right? But they're just cancelling each other out big time. And just, I think if you are watching more of the World Cup games in the next couple of days, as we get into the quarter-final stage, there'll be many. Probably will be a lot more 0-0s, a lot of 1-1s, 2-2s. As we said at the top of the show, a lot of sides just very not willing to open up against the higher caliber opposition. And like the game tonight, a lot of the players are very evenly matched across the pitch. Ferran Torres on the turn. Just need to see a lot more rotation in the forward areas. Lovely ball to find Dani Olmo. Shot off. Great interception and block there. Oh, great block it was by Ruben Diaz. Slid in perfectly there. The City centre half. Yeah, that was going to be a big shot on side. I think Costa would have had it covered. But you can never gauge too much. But Would have been interesting though. That was the shot was to fly towards goal. Yamal ball in. Costa got a fingertip to it, but not the. Could have ball into the box, punched away by Costa. Again, Spain probing down the right hand side here now. Yamal. But as we see in many games with Lamine Yamal, lovely ball to find Ferran Torres, ball in. And again, for like the third or fourth time tonight, Spain. It's an exquisite defence-splitting ball by Yamal. He's found Torres on the byline. And Torres cutting it across. But for a similar story that has happened many times tonight, we said in the first half, Spain getting to the byline, cutting it across. And no one's there to stick it into the back of the net. In swinger by Yamal. Manega. And there's going to be handball. For Spain. And that will be a free kick for Portugal. 11 minutes left to go here, chat. Probably going to be about 5-6 minutes added on as well, especially with the substitutions and the hydration break. And it looks like Conceição is coming on with Bernardo Silva again. Not too bad substitutions to come on. Possibly Ozan, but you've got the quality to continue to create those opportunities. It just takes that one pass though for either one of these sides just to get through. Also Ozan. Yamal to Ferran Torres. Semedo. Not the greatest to flick on. Possible counter-attack here. Ronaldo down the right-hand side. Just slows the game down. It's ridiculous. He hasn't got the legs like he used to have, has he? Ronaldo, not like the days he United where they pick that ball up down the right-hand side, 35 yards from goal, and they just get at his fullback. He hasn't got that burst of pace no longer. Rafael Leao has though. Ball into the box. Lacked really poor cross. Chat, who do you think will take the punt on Rafael Leao? And it's been, as we spoke about this week, I think a lot of people mentioned in the comments. It would be fascinating if Liverpool fans would possibly take him at Liverpool if he was available. I think he is available on the market, but would you take him for like 30-40 million? But I think AC would want a bit more money than that. I was about for me, I'm not the biggest Rafael Leao fan. Conceição and Bernardo Silva coming on. Probably going to be... Are they really going to be leaving Ronaldo on? Goncalves. Ramos. Still not coming on. Vitinha coming off then. Not too bad of a substitution, no chat. Niall, good to see you in the comments, mate. Oh, happy days there now. Down in London was it? Happy days there, lad. Enjoy, bud. Enjoy that, mate. That'd be a good crack, that. Metallica, what a band. Do love a couple of Metallica songs. But yeah, now I'll message you through the week, mate. Anyway, keep on doing your show, mate, and yeah. Mark or one of the mods, if he's in the chat, can you drop the upper tier in Niall's podcast channel link in the comments, if you can, please. Much appreciated. But big up there now. Hope you all, mate. Enjoy that gig. It will be that'll be a great gig. That's all like it. You have to let us know how it goes, mate. Is that at the O2? No, London's got so many big arenas now, haven't they? Even the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I think Beyonce's got more appearances than James Maddison last season at the Tottenham ground anyway, but best bit about that Tottenham ground is the big bar. I've not been, but everyone raves about the big. Was it the longest bar in there? But yeah, shit. Now, I haven't had much to celebrate Tottenham over the years, but obviously winning a European trophy and celebrating that big massive bar that they've got, and they've got a couple of new signings that they will be singing about as well. Almo coming off and Pedri coming off with Ruiz. And Merino as well, Arsenal man. Get out the way, Anthony Taylor. Yamal. To us about. Yeah, we've seen double substitution here. Collected by Costa. Not too bad there, Andrew. Nice one there. Hope you're well, mate. Nice one for tuning in. Oh, favourite all-time band there? I do like Tool. And Niall, if you're still in chat, I do like Tool. Bit of a kind of if you're not into that like genre of music, but check out if you like Metallica and all that. But yeah, Tool. Bit of a niche pick anyway, but I like them. Chat, get your band suggestions in. But yeah, I haven't been to a concert in years. But the concert tickets now are extortionate. It's bad enough trying to go to a football game, but I still find it mad that artists can be charging 200, 300 quid just for one ticket. You expect them to make a cup of tea and save you a scram for that, But yeah, I do like Tool, bit of Metallica, AC/DC. I like all, because I used to present my own radio show as well back in the day, chat. But yeah, I like all music, mate. I'm gonna be honest. I like a bit of everything. Bit of Bob Marley. Bit of everything, really. Hey, little birds on my doorstep. Can we get some sweet, sweet goals here, please? That's what we've ordered. Some goals. Yamal. Costa. Chat. Get a new brew or beverage, chat. There's going to be another half an hour to go. And then another 15-20 minutes for the penalties. But yeah, Ozan, what's your favourite band, mate? Your favourite song of all time is, of course, You Never Walk Alone. Yeah. Everyone's. But yeah, I'd say a lot, Ozan. I do like my dance music, Swedish House Mafia, and so a bit of everything, lah. There's a foul. First yellow card tonight, and it's gone to Bernardo Silva. Oh, you like that though, Bernardo. It's right on Merino, the Arsenal player. Straight into him. We had Haaland versus Gabriel last night. I got Bernardo and Merino there. Fair play. But you're happy if you're Bernardo. So you're gone from Manchester City to Real Madrid. He'll do, even at his age, he'll do really well in La Liga. Yeah, Linkin Park. The old Linkin Park songs though, Andrew, like the new stuff. Yeah. Sadly, obviously, never. It obviously sad, obviously, when Chester. The news with Chester, but yeah, the old Linkin Park stuff was ahead of its time. Really good, man. Yeah, sorry, it's Metallica. A band like Goa. That sounds like some Scouse band like Go Ahead or whatever. Goa. I've never heard of them. Obviously Slipknot, everyone's heard of them. Yeah, not too bad. Ends up being deaf after it anyway. Well, I guess they'll be really good in concert. Says a lot how poor the match is, chat. Don't worry, apologies. I wish I was talking. Ferran Merino 1-0 to Spain. Finally a bit of quality, the Arsenal man. Played through the middle. First time Spain have got through. And it's the Arsenal man with 7 minutes added on. There we go, get the camera on Ronaldo. But first real bit of quality we've seen from Spain in and around the penalty box. Get in, we've got a goal. So in terms of the build-up, there was a foul. A quick thinking by the PSG man, Ruiz. Oh, it's a lovely ball by Ferran Torres to find Merino. An exquisite ball around the corner. I'll tell you what are the centre-halves doing for Portugal? Sleeping big time there. Completely switch off. Yeah. Oh, look at him. Goodbye, Ronaldo. In a bit, la. But I don't know why Goncalves is not on the pitch. Why is Martinez not brought him on for Portugal? That's it. Let me guess, Ronaldo's not let Martinez sub him off. He was crucial in terms of winning that game against Croatia. Well, former PSG forward now, obviously just signed for AC Milan. But Mikel Merino, he'd only been on the pitch 5 minutes. And he made that desired impact. Sorry, there, chance. I don't know why that's not worked. It is 1-0 to Spain. 1-0 to Spain. 4 minutes left to go. Probably will be an odd minute or so added on with obviously the goal celebration. But very... Yeah, obviously they got no more substitutions, Portugal. But just looking at the subs that they've made, they brought on Conceição, brought on Bernardo, Leao, Dalot, Semedo. They're having to leave Ronaldo up front, and that's going to be a foul on Lamine Yamal. But yeah, just that's what happens when you leave Ronaldo up front. Just limits the whole Portugal attack. Yeah, they made all their decisions. Portugal, all their subs. Spain have got 2 more subs left. Vega's been given a yellow card. But they need an absolute miracle here if they are to get back into this game, Portugal. Leao. Rafael Leao. Can he keep it in? Down the left-hand side. Obviously, against Croatia, he can in the post, didn't he? The piling men forwards, but again, it's that final ball for Portugal has been terrible. Not just tonight, but on many of the games as well. Couldn't say so. Come on, not really impacted the game. Ball to the far stick. Too much of a deep cross, but it's going to be Leao that's going to keep it in. 2 minutes left of extra time. Will be probably a 30 seconds a minute added on with the goal celebrations, but not too much. You've certainly got to keep on. Again, they're just passing it around the penalty box, Portugal. Ball in here. Kabasi away. But again, just Spain are going to be very content with Portugal. Keeping on the ball. But the quality that has been on the pitch for Portugal, apart from whatever you think about Ronaldo, just certainly does slow the game down for them. For me, personally. And they've got the midfield, got a good-ish defence as well, Portugal. So, happy days there, Andrew. Scotia. Understand. Fernandez down the left. 10 seconds left of the added time. Ball out to Conceição. Ball in over the bar. That was it. That was the equaliser there, and then for Bernardo Silva. Oh, here we go. Hang on, that's his City teammate. Or his ex-City teammate. Scrapping with him. Rodri's rattled him. He's absolutely rattled him. He's got a ding 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 out of him there. He's furious. Whatever Rodri said to him there, Bernardo. Doesn't take too much for Bernardo Silva to be whinging. Yeah, that was it. That was the opportunity for them. But chat will be live a bit later as well. We'll have a little recap on the Liverpool news and everything. Obviously, yeah, I won't be doing the USA-Belgium game, chat. I'll do a Liverpool show in a bit later anyway. But yeah, chat, massive thank you to everyone that has tuned in today. Muchly appreciated, as always. Yeah, I don't know where he's going with this. But, yeah, probably will go to the Saudi Pro League or something. What are they doing, Portugal? Lads, he's a 1-0 down, you know. What are they doing? Spain team's looking at Anthony Taylor going, lads, why have you not blown a whistle? Is this going on till Portugal score here, lads, or something? Tell you what's going to be absolute murder if it's going to be a free kick here. If Portugal scored here, fair on within 8 minutes. I did say there should have been at least 30 to a minute added on, but this is getting into the Norway-Brazil territory here, where they're just pulling minutes out of thin air, really. So, yeah, they're going to go berserk, Spain, if they concede here. But Bruno Fernandes, he's had many great deliveries in the Premier League last season. Ball in. Oh, Ronaldo's missed at the far stick. And that is it. Cristiano Ronaldo's career ends from an international point of view at the hands of Spain. Bit of poetry in that, really. In terms of obviously his time at Real Madrid and the battles in which he's come over the last couple of seasons. But congratulations to Spain. It's just been one of those games, chat. Both teams certainly did cancel each other out for large spells of that game. But the one moment of real brilliance from Spain was enough to put them 1-0 up. And it will be Spain heading into the quarterfinals. And they will be facing, let's have a quick look in terms of their draw. Portugal versus Spain, the knockouts. So Portugal versus Spain will be either facing USA or Belgium in the quarterfinals as well. So chat, Spain's into the quarters. We all expected them to very much win this game tonight, but yeah, I think we all expected a bit more of a bigger scoreline, to say the least. But yes, chats, congratulations to Spain. Spain are through. As Scotty said there, in a bit, Ronaldo. Munoz to round 8 as well. Yeah, I put him on the thumbnail. Would have been nice to have seen him play, but as we said at the top of the show, chat, he's just come back from injury. So main thing is, at least the Spain technical team are not rushed him into a game where he might possibly get injured again. So yeah, pre-season's going to be vitally important for Munoz when he's back on the soil. But yeah, there we go. Cameras all in Ronaldo's face anyway. But yeah, it should be a celebration of what Spain have done in terms of getting to the last 8. But again, yeah, too much reliance in this tournament on Cristiano Ronaldo. Too much talk. Spain have got a lot of Portugal do have quality in the side, but yeah, should have got Carlos Ramos on the pitch and subbed off Ronaldo. But yeah, it is what it is. Chat, I'll see you a bit later for another Liverpool show anyway. But a massive thank you to everyone that's tuned in tonight. Have a lovely rest of your night if you don't tune in. But if you are watching the content later, tomorrow there will be a Liverpool transfer news podcast as well. We're just having a little look at all the latest rumours and what we need to be doing in terms of the transfer market and all that good stuff. So, chat, look after yourself. I'll see you a bit later for another podcast. But if I don't see you then, I'll see you tomorrow, everyone. Nice one, everyone, for tuning in. And yeah, we won't be doing the, as I said before, no USA or Belgium game. But we will be back for the next World Cup watch along. Will be tomorrow. Yeah, we'll be doing the Argentina versus Egypt game, and yeah, we'll do the Switzerland and Colombia game as well, though. Everyone, see you later. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. And I was going to say, at least we got a goal. At least we got a goal and no penalties and all that chat. But everyone, look after yourself. I'll see you a bit later tonight anyway. Reds, look after yourself.